Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sly. You may know me as the player of Cynura in Principessa. So, we lost the audio file for episode 10, but we still do have the video file. So, instead of a normal video, it's just going to be a narrated recap by Nick, since some important stuff did happen. But, yeah, thanks for supporting the channel, supporting the series so far. Try to catch us live on Wednesdays when we go live. But other than that, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Night has fallen in Devonshire, and the three princesses decide to search the building south of B's grocery, but unfortunately, the door is locked. Roki begins picking the lock, but the mechanism proves to be more difficult and time-consuming than she thought, and they are eventually seen by Nelity, one of the members of the town guard, loitering in front of the door to the house. Attempting to play it off as to not get in trouble, they abandon trying to get the door open. Fortunately, they don't raise any suspicion from Nelity, and she leaves them. They decide to jump the fence into the chicken coop behind the house to try to get inside through the back door. But all of the chickens seem to be cowering away from something that seems to be centered right in the middle of the coop. However, the three don't see anything in the middle of the coop that the chickens could be afraid of. Mako, getting suspicious, cocks an arrow and shoots it into the center of the chicken coop. Curiously, the arrow gets stuck in midair upon reaching the middle of the coop. Cynura, suspecting that there might be something there that was invisible to them, raises her open palm towards the center of the chicken coop and fires off a guiding bolt in an attempt to reveal it. However, the bolt also stops dead in its tracks after reaching the center of the coop, suspended in midair before fizzling out. The three princesses prepare for a fight, but shortly after the bolt of magic fizzles out, the chickens go back to their normal behavior and spread back out normally, once again populating the center of the coop. It seems whatever was spooking them had left. The team decides that they will have to use their magic to get to the bottom of what was going on in this town. So they head to the tavern for the night so they can replenish their magic and prepare spells that could possibly help them solve the mystery plaguing Devonshire in the morning. Before they go to sleep, the team searches the room to make sure they will be safe from whatever is haunting the town during the night. They find a strange journal with the initials R.E. on the front, containing a cryptic message that reads, "Everything was good today. I'm leaving for Hollyhock help in the morning. And even though watching this town me is nice, I cannot help stay." Mako deduces that this journal belonged to Ray Ingalls and the entry was a coded message by putting together all the words in the message that seemed to be out of place. Mako discovered the secret message embedded in the entry, which said, "Help, it's watching me, help." With this clue, the team suspected that there was some type of entity only animals could see that was watching the city and causing the strange occurrences that they had been experiencing. The next morning, Mako decides to try to use magic to speak with Cher, the black goat, to hopefully get some clues on the true nature of what was plaguing this town. She casts Speak with Animals to hopefully get to the bottom of the situation. Cher gives a description of a giant creature composed of many ghoulish heads with terrifying faces connected to long tendril-like necks sprouting from the ground that has been eating townsfolk. Cynura suspected it might be some invisible monster or creature and had prepared spells that she thought might combat such a foe the night before. And from the description that Mako relayed to them from Cher, Cynura suspected this creature might either be an aberration or a fiend. To hopefully combat it, Mako convinced Cher to help them find where the creature was located, and Cynura casted Protection from Evil and Good. Knowing that she could only protect herself from one type of creature, she knew she had to guess whether or not it was an aberration or a fiend. Taking a chance, she used the spell to protect herself from aberrations, and upon doing so, she instantly remembered everything. The creature had been there ever since they stepped foot in the village. It was somehow continuously rewriting the memories of everyone in the village, allowing it to kill and eat the villagers right in front of everyone as if it was invisible, erasing any memories of the victims ever even existing in the first place. Protected from the creature's mind control due to the spell, she remembered everything as it actually happened all at once. The creature had always been there, attacking them and killing villagers in front of them. The only time the memories of her seeing the creatures weren't rewritten is when she saw it in the reflection, and even then her memories were still rewritten shortly afterwards. Nellity, the only member of the town guard left, was killed and eaten right in front of their eyes shortly after catching them picking the lock, and nobody even remembered. Sinura describes the creature and how it has been affecting the minds of them and the townspeople, and the team decides to defeat the creature to stop its spell and put an end to its terror. Mako convinces Cher to help them find the creature, and the goat leads them to the chicken coop where the chickens were spooked the night before. As soon as the team lays eyes on the chicken coop, Sinura, now free from its spell, sees the creature right in the middle of the chicken coop. Planning on defeating it right then and there, Sinura instructs Mako and Miranda to stay outside the coop and use Cher's as their eyes to fight the monster at a distance while she jumps the fence and faces the monsters up close with her protection spell. Mako, Sinura, Miranda, and Cher successfully defeat the monster and force it to flee. After regrouping, the three princesses decide to once again search B's grocery now that the creature attacking them was gone. As they search the store, they find the source of the rotting smell was not a corpse, but rather meat that had gone bad in the back of the store. The adventurers search the store and find an official account of people living in the town, and there were supposed to be much more people than they had seen upon entering Devonshire. This points them towards the idea that there were far more victims of this creature than originally anticipated. In order to find more clues on Ray and Bethel, the three princesses decide to search the house in front of the chicken coop and then split up to search the remaining houses they had yet to visit, hoping they may get some answers now that the spell affecting the town should be gone. However, when they spoke to the people in their homes, they realized the spell was still affecting the townspeople. It would not be broken until they tracked down the creature and slayed it. After regrouping in town square, they shared any information they gathered, and Sinura realized that once her protection from evil and good spell wore off, she would once again forget any details about the creature. So she wrote a note to herself explaining the creature and its effects and put it in one place that she knew she would definitely find it: inside a book.